So I've got a new metaphor or a new reframing for what's going on when people get stuck in the same arguments over and over. The image is basically, it's like, we're stuck in the same argument again. We keep having the same conversation. My partner must feel so unheard. My partner must feel so unheard. They must feel so unheard. The shift, there's something I find really funny about like taking the frustration that you feel and then directing it into my partner must feel so unheard. Or the other person, right? Whatever. My conversational partner. Because it's like, usually people are like, I feel so unheard, or just, this is so frustrating. But there's something, it's like part of what's going, like the reason that you're having the same conversation is that both of you feel unheard, to be clear. It's not just your partner. But by emphasizing that it's your partner that feels unheard, you sort of, it gets you out of the victim stance. You're like, wait a minute, okay, my partner feels really unheard. What can I do about that? And as usual, I'm going to actually suggest that the thing that you want to do first is actually focus on hearing yourself, because usually if people are feeling unheard, they're both feeling unheard. If you're feeling like really satisfyingly heard, it's pretty easy to listen to somebody else. Like you feel like they totally understand your position. You're just like, oh, well, what's going on for you? What do I need to understand here? We usually find it hard to listen when we feel the need to protect something that we're holding or seeing that seems to contradict what the other person's holding or seeing. So, the move that I suggest is to first focus on really hearing yourself. It's like, my partner feels so unheard. Frustrating. Well, in order to get space to hear them, why don't I hear myself really thoroughly first? So it's like, okay, I'm frustrated that they keep doing this thing, whatever it is. And then it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm really frustrated about that. That actually, this matters a lot to me, and they don't seem to understand what I'm trying to point at here, and that itself matters a lot to me. It's quite frustrating, and that's what's going on right now. And just like, I sometimes call this self-validation. I'm not sure if validation is quite the right word for it, but I don't have a better one yet, and so that's what I've been calling it. Also, there are fish. There are so many fish. Anyway, and yeah, self-validation. So the point is just like utterly, it's not a replacement for them hearing you, because it matters that they hear you and understand you. That's important, unless you're just talking with a random internet stranger, in which case maybe once you've self-validated, you'll actually realize you don't give a shit. But if you're talking to somebody that you have a relationship with about something that matters to that relationship, then there's still an important act of communication that needs to occur. But it's a lot more spacious to communicate when you're not worried about losing touch with your own perspective. And so that's the thing to focus on, is just really hearing yourself and holding that. And from there you can kind of go, okay, all right, my partner keeps feeling unheard, so we keep having the same conversation. Well, what am I going to do about that? Well, maybe I now have space to hear them. And yeah, so that's the idea. It's kind of a simple thought. I've got some related videos on this. It's kind of a theme I've been riffing on for a little bit. So yeah, I'll put one of those on top of this beautiful little fountain here. I'm at the Singapore airport, about to fly home after 3 months of traveling. Yeah, I thought it'd be a fun place to record a video.